In this book, you will learn about 13 women who changed history forever. They changed history because they persisted, and they never gave up on their dreams, despite being told otherwise. Imagine if you weren't allowed to get an education based on your gender. Imagine if you had to get permission to leave the house from your significant other. Imagine if you were told to be quiet and that your dreams didn't matter. Imagine if you had to get permission from your significant other to get a passport. Meet a little girl named Caroline, just over 4 feet tall. She had both of her parents telling her that she would be nothing more than a servant. She knew she wanted more for herself. She looked up to the stars and wished that she could find something else. Little did she know that astronomy would change her life forever. Imagine spending years writing a book that's based in a mystical world, full of witches and wizards who battle with spells, and then not being able to publish it because your name is too feminine. So you publish it using the name J.K. Rowling. This is the creator of Harry Potter. Have you ever wondered how some materials give off energy? Well, Marie Curie was curious enough, and this led to her work in radioactivity. This allowed her to be the first female recipient of a Nobel Prize. She also later discovered 2 new elements, which won her second Nobel Prize. Meet Yan Yan Tan, who is a ballet dancer. Her father did not want her to pursue this career, so he told her that her fate would be decided with a coin toss. Heads, she would pursue ballet; tails, she would have to quit. She went on to become the very first Chinese ballerina. Malala grew up in Pakistan, where women were not supposed to get an education. Her father owned a school where he thought that everybody deserved the right to an education. Malala had the same values and decided that she would go to school and fight for women's education rights. Malala's work in education rights began getting noticed. The Taliban recognized this and thought that it was a threat. One day on her way to school, a man boarded her school bus and shot her. Malala survived this attack by the Taliban, and she continued to get her education. She then wrote a memoir describing her experience in Pakistan about women's education and her personal experience. This book led her to be the youngest recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize.